Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Katie and I'll be 26 weeks tomorrow pregnant with my third baby, and I am here to do an update from weeks 21 through 25, and then the next update will be like a third trimester update. So let's get started. Okay, so today I am still in my 25th week. So as of right now, the baby is as big as a cauliflower. This app says. I have lots of apps that I go by, but we'll stick with this one because it's pretty general. He is about 13.5 inches and 1.46 pounds approximately. I haven't had an ultrasound since 20 weeks and I probably won't get another one. I think they do one around like between 32 weeks and 35 weeks or something like that. I feel like I remember one somewhere in there. Although we probably are gonna go back once it opens to the elective ultrasound place where we went to find out the gender of this baby in our area, because due to COVID and all of that, there's no extra people at your appointment. It's only the patient and that's it. So Rob hasn't been able to see the baby in an ultrasound since I was 16 weeks when we went to do that one. And at my 20-week anatomy scan, I think I had said, maybe I didn't, they weren't able to get any profile pictures because he was like so far like down and buried into my pelvis during the ultrasound. We couldn't get any profile shots, like the cute little ones that everyone always gets at their 20-week ultrasound. We didn't get that. So if I don't get a 30-ish week, somewhere around there, ultrasound, then we will be doing that for sure. Hopefully they open sooner rather than later, because if it's later, then there'll be no point because he'll be all smushed up in there and we won't be able to see anything anyway. But anyway, from weeks 21 through 25, that's how many weeks? 4 weeks? 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 4 weeks. Not too much has been going on. It's just been like very general, typical pregnancy symptoms. This is the time in pregnancy when it's usually like the best because you're feeling kicks. You're supposed to have more energy. You're feeling like more happy, supposedly, through all of this. But not that I'm not feeling happy, but it's just a stressful time in the world right now for everybody, let alone to be pregnant during this stressful time adds more to it. But let's see. I have been getting a lot of heartburn at night, sometimes during the day, but mostly at night. Like when I'm getting ready to lay down for bed, it's like right here and I have to take some Tums. I try not to take them every night. I take them maybe every like 2 nights, and then I can like bear it in between that. And I know it's only gonna get worse as he gets bigger and everything gets pushed up further. Also, along with the indigestion and heartburn, I feel like sometimes there's some days, like whichever way he's laying, it's almost like all of my food sits like right at the top of my stomach and he won't like move over to let it digest down. So at the end of the day, I just feel so full that it like hurts. Like everything I've eaten that day just is like sitting at a ball at the top of my stomach and there's nothing I can do about it. So that has been fun. But besides that, I have been feeling pretty good. My energy has been okay. There's definitely days where I don't want to do anything at all, and then there's some days where I get it all done. I feel like since I haven't been working for so long that I've lost a lot of my like strength, I guess you could say. Working in a daycare, you're on your feet all day and there's a lot of up and down and stuff like that. So I feel like that I worked through all of my pregnancies at a daycare, so it wasn't ever like a question whether or not I was going to work. And now that I'm not working, I feel like I'm just like a ball of mush. So I feel like things that I would do that normally wouldn't make me tired make me like extremely exhausted, and I'm chalking that more up to that I'm like weak now versus a pregnancy thing. I had my 24-week appointment. I had said in another update that we were supposed to do like a telehealth visit for it, but I ended up going into the office to see my doctor because the 2 days prior to that, I was feeling really like, I was feeling a lot of pressure in the back of my neck and at my ears and behind my eyes. And I know that's not typical of like blood pressure symptoms, like high blood pressure, but it felt like my blood was just like pumping so hard. Like I was like, my blood pressure has to be high because of the way it felt. But it wasn't. My blood pressure was fine. And I had also talked about with her how sometimes I have been feeling like heart palpitations, like I can feel my heart beat an extra time. And it's weird to explain it, but it's like my heart's racing, but I'm not having anxiety about anything. So it's like, why is my heart racing? And then that triggers anxiety because I'm like, oh my God, my heart's beating so fast, like I'm about to have a heart attack kind of thing. So she took some extra blood to test my thyroid, and then they did an EKG. And I haven't heard from them, and she said, you'll hear from us if anything's wrong. So that was 2 weeks ago, I don't know, a week ago, whatever. It was just before I turned 25 weeks, so like a week ago, right? Yeah. You could see my pregnancy brain is at full force, especially staying home with the kids and doing the online school and all of that. It's just, my brain is fried all the time, and I'm lucky that I can do this and speak enough to be coherent, and I'm probably not at this point. Okay. Sleeping has started to get more difficult. I find myself waking up a lot on my back, and I know you're not supposed to sleep on your back when you're pregnant, but if you wake up on your back, it's okay. Just turn over and you'll be fine. Your body is waking you up to turn you over, like, so nothing bad does happen. But I'm a back sleeper most of the time anyway, so it's like uncomfortable for me to sleep on my sides. So I spend a lot of time tossing and turning, and also still, I think I had said this the last time too, I wake up a lot at night and I'm hungry, like starving. So I try and go back to bed now a lot of the time, but there's some nights where I just like, I start to get nauseous, I'm so hungry, so I'll have a bowl of cereal or something along those lines to help me go back to sleep. Having to wake up to roll over a million times, and then of course by the time I roll over I have to go to the bathroom, so I gotta get up, and then I'm up, and that's when the hunger kicks in. He has been moving a lot, and I can feel him moving all the time, you know, at least I can feel him multiple times a day. I can't really like keep track of it right now. Before I had gone to my appointment, another reason I had changed it to an in-person appointment was I felt like his movements were different. They seemed like slower and like less, I don't know how to explain it, but they just felt different. So on the apps, they have like the kick counts, and I know it was early to be doing kick counts. They say not to do them before like 27 or 28 weeks because you're still, like, baby still isn't big enough to be moving in a regular consistent pattern. But I was like, it can't hurt to do it, and every time I did them he passed. So I don't know if he had just rolled into a weird position, and since I have an anterior placenta, I couldn't feel him where he was. But now that a week has gone by, he's definitely grown, and I can feel when he like rolls up and down and does all those weird movements, which is cool, and is my favorite part of this time in pregnancy, is being able to feel them, or him, kick and move and roll and do all that, and have a big belly, even though it's heavy and it's only going to get heavier. But this is just the best part for me anyway, to be pregnant. When I had gone to that appointment, I had spoken, you know, to my doctor about all this, and I'm really thinking that a big part of like why I was feeling the way I was dehydration, because I'm trying to drink a lot of water, and normally when I'm working I drink like a gallon of water a day pretty much. I have like a big water container that I bring, and then my cup that I bring, and I refill it throughout the day. But being home, I'm just like, I'm not moving as much, so I'm not as thirsty, so it's kind of a vicious cycle. And I'm trying really hard to make sure that I'm drinking enough water, and since I've been upping my intake of water since that appointment, I have felt much better. So I need to keep doing that and drinking more water. And I know sometimes water you know, if you're pregnant, you know, and I'm sure other people too, sometimes water is just like the thought of it just makes you want to throw up. But now I have like more water flavor things that I put in and juice to mix into it and all that kind of stuff to try and make it better. But that is pretty much it. There hasn't been too much going on. We're coming up to the point where there'll be more symptoms as I go into the 3rd trimester, and hopefully at my next appointment we are going to schedule the C-section. I don't know if I'm gonna like say when the exact date of it is. I mean, I might just say like what week we're going, but not say the day. But that's exciting to know that we're gonna have a date, and we are in the less than 100 day mark, so let's see what that is. This says 99 days to go until my due date, but since I am going to be a scheduled C-section, it'll be a little bit before that. So we're in somewhere in the 90-day range until he's here, unless he comes early, which he probably won't, because I've never gone into labor on my own with either of my 2 other daughters. Lily was born at 41 weeks with an induction, a failed induction, and then Mia was a scheduled C-section at 39 weeks. So I've never actually gone into labor, and I think that I won't, because both times I never showed any progression into like starting labor or anything like that. So I think my body just likes to hold on to babies. Anyway, that is it for this update. My next update will be when I am in the 3rd and final trimester. I can't believe that we're almost there. This has just gone by so fast so far, and I'm really trying to like hold on to all the moments for everything, and this is why I'm doing the vlogs, even though there's not that many updates for like me to do an update. I just want to remember being pregnant, because this is the last time I'm going to be pregnant, so it is very bittersweet, but we definitely can't wait to meet him. So I'm going to show you guys my 25-week belly, almost 26. I'll be 26 tomorrow, so you know, but I'll show you guys my belly, and then I'll see you guys next time. Bye. So here is my 26-week or 25-week belly. He is growing so much, and I just can't believe it. I can't believe we're almost to that point.